What's up? This is Walk with Harrison, and I feel inspired. Today we're gonna have fun, you and me, and I figured that we all walk around thinking about things that will probably never happen, and that actually sets you up to play safe, afraid of expanding, afraid of asking that person out, afraid of going for what you're really passionate about. So this is our mind. This is how our mindset works. So I'm gonna rant now, and I'm gonna figure out things that probably will never happen to me, but I will play with my mind a little bit and see what I can create, because that is basically what we do daily on a daily life. And I mean, we create things and thought in our mind that will probably never happen, but in our mind it's the excuse why we aren't doing the things that we're passionate about, why we decide not to go to the gym, or why we decide not to ask that person out. So this is my things that probably will never happen. So imagine if I wake up tomorrow. What if I wake up tomorrow and what if I wake up tomorrow and there's no warm water? How can I shower? That would be a disaster, right? My day will be a disaster, or will it? What if I wake up tomorrow and there's a fire? Like, my apartment is on fire. What should I do? Oof! I'm starting to already create the how to say, it's starting to get the worry. Like, doesn't feel good, but I'm creating it in the future, but I'm living it right now. So this is how our brain works. So what if I wake up tomorrow and I go and meet a friend, and then I stumble upon someone and that person throws a stone in my head and I fell down, or whatever? Or what if I this is gonna be fun. What if I wake up tomorrow and I have no shoes? Someone stole all my shoes. How can I walk barefoot to my work? What if? But what if I don't wake up tomorrow? What should I do then? That's a tricky question, right? What if I don't wake up tomorrow? It's a good one, right? But what if I ask out a specific person for a date, and on the date I actually puke? That's a good one. What if? Would you actually go for it and ask that person out for a date if you were like really worried about that you will puke in front of her or him? Now that is a thought that you might think about twice about asking that person out, right? So this is how our brain works. It's quite funny, but if we spin a little bit more, let me see if I can be more creative. What if? Oh my God! What if I go to the garage and I see that my car is stolen? What should I do then? What if? Now that I can feel it, like it's almost like I'm putting my clothes now, and I'm going to run just to see if my car is left. It's still there, right? That is how our brain is creating our worries, because our mind works like that. We are always fooling ourselves and putting the worst scenario in front of us to make us a good excuse not to do the things that we should actually do, because it's gonna stretch us, right? Because we all have things that we want to achieve, that we want to experience in this life, but it takes us to talk to someone. It takes us to go somewhere and listen to someone, or buy a plane ticket or whatever, right? But what if, when that thought comes in, what if I miss my plane? What if I bought like this expensive ticket and the flight got cancelled? Or what if the plane crashed? What if the plane crashed? You can think about so much, my friends, that can ruin your whole life, because you can be in a state of always in a worry, like always scared. You will be afraid of leaving your home because your brain have told you, what if this happens? So this is the rant for tonight. I want you guys to try this with me. Think about a worst scenario in your life, because this is how your brain, I want you to acknowledge how your brain works on a daily basis. Now I'm just ranting. I mentioned some stupid things that probably would never happen, but if it were able to happen, what if? Because the only thing I have is right now, this moment. So when my mind creates what if, it gives me a sense of feeling that holds me back. It holds me back from taking the specific action that I need to take in order for me to get to the next level or the next step, right? So this is a really good mindset to be the observer of your own mind, to be the witness of your own thoughts, to understand that your thoughts comes and goes, but you're much more than that, right? There's always another person within you. Like in science, we know which part in our brain is controlling what, our sight, how we hear, how we logic think, right? We know where the control room is, but we can never seem to find the captain that is controlling everyone. We can't find him, right? But we know where the control room is. So the question is, where is he or where is she controlling your brain, right? Who is that? What kind of force is that? That makes it really interesting, because all our thoughts are coming up or popping up, and we have so much thought that we learn from our past and we bring it forward, because our brain, we can only measure what we will lose. We can never measure what we will win. Because imagine if you were in a relationship right now, right? If you were in a relationship now, and that relationship will end, and you will cry, and you will be really sad, and you will listen to a lot of sad bachatas, right? You will be like really, really sad, and your mind will go on and on for months, probably, or at least weeks. But your mind will never understand that maybe next month you had the opportunity to meet a lot of million people, right? If you're bisexual. So it's really interesting how our brain works when, in that moment, when we feel that our world is falling apart, just because our brain is creating a bunch of thought. And our brain, it's a lot of, I would say like 90% the ego, right? The ego that doesn't want you to expand, that doesn't want you to go for it. It just wants you to wake up, to go to your job and feel safe. Everything's about safe. And it will create the problems. It will create our daily problems, and it will also find a solution to that problem. So first our brain creates the problem, and then our brain creates a solution to the same problem that it created, right? So this is, you guys probably heard this before, because when we are in business, when we at work, and we are talking about a solution, about finding the solution, finding the challenge in a business, we are quite aware that we can't solve the challenge or the problem. We can't solve the problem with the same thinking, right? So this is a keyword, a nugget, with the same thinking, because everything appears with our thinking mind, right? All our problems we create with our thinking minds. So if you want to find a solution, you need to seek it within. You need to be the observer of your thought and understand and live in a feeling that everything will be all right, and that you are observing how your brain is acting. It's playing its own role, and you will find the strength and the energy and the inspiration of new, better thoughts. And even when you start to understand, when you get afraid, when you get angry, and you start to understand that, well, that's my angry brain that is angry. It's not me, right? You will distinguish yourself from your brain, and that is really powerful, because you have all the energy and all the inspiration that you need, but you need to seek it within. That's why I say, when you meditate, or when you are in present moment right now, you are here and now. You are observing everything. You are looking the colors. You're smelling. You are present in the moment. The most valuable things that we have is in the moment. And your what if thoughts will come at you really hard, because the ego have trained your brain for years, right? If you have lived this life for 40 years or 50 years with the same thinking, my friend, think about it. You have lived your life 50 years believing that you are this particular person. You wake up and you go to bed. You wake up and you go to bed, and you wake up and you go to bed with the same mindset. And you really believe that you are this person. But the fact is that it's just your thoughts. You are much more than those thoughts. If you appreciate where you are in life right now, if you're happy in the soul, you are starting to communicate with your heart, right? You're listening. You're giving more space to your heart, for your heart to sing in the energy, to sing in the inspiration into your life, than your brain. It's always, it's understanding, it's observing the thoughts, and letting your heart speak. And I mean literally, like, letting your soul speak. See the genuine force that you already are, the connection with everything. You're gonna stay more humble, my friends, if you apply that approach, because you will see how your brain will attack you every day, every night, especially when you're going to sleep, or if you wake up and you just close your eyes and you're like, okay, I'm gonna meditate for 1 hour or half an hour. But the thing is, if you go for 1 hour, your brain will say, I can't do 1 hour. I don't want to sit still. What should I do? The brain will panic, right? It will come up with a conclusion that you need to go to work and you need to go to the gym. Right now, of course you need to go to the gym. But can't you do it after that hour? No, your brain won't it, right? It won't let it, because you are stretching yourself. You are starting, you're giving space and listening to your heart. But your brain don't wanna, it's always gonna fight you. It's always gonna fight you. So if you're the observer, you're gonna understand that you have something so beautiful within you, but your brain wants to fight that. Your brain wants to go against your own possibilities. So distinguish yourself from your brain and your heart, and try to give space more for your heart, because we live in a world where we are all acting based on how we think, right? We judge people, and it's and the we in the judging, it's the ego within us, and it's so strong because we are judging. When I go around and I judge someone, I do it because it comes so natural, because I've been training myself, because I learned that in school. I learned that from the society. I learned that from the TV since I was a kid, because I didn't know better. My mom and parents didn't know better. My friends didn't know better. But when you get aware of your identification, who you are as a person, that you're not your thoughts, that is, your thoughts are just coming. But when you understand that I can be the observer of my own thoughts, I can back down a little bit. So if I judge, if my brain goes and judge someone, I can take a few steps back, and I can observe how my brain, and I can come more from a humble place and talk to myself like, Harrison, you know better than that. And I can just listen to that thought, and I don't need to react. I'm just observing, and I will bring out the best Harrison within, because the best Harrison will come after. When I observe my thoughts, I can choose. I can make a better judgment and choose a better feeling, right? So, how can we do this? How can we? What if I wake up tomorrow and I don't have any clothes? Like everyone's like, I don't have any clothes at home. Should I walk around naked? What? That's a scary thought. Come on. Or what if? Let me see. What if I go to my job? What if I go to my job and I don't know, that's not a good one. We can try someone else. What if I don't wake up? What should I do then? Right? So why, my friends, why do we worry? Why do you worry about things that probably will never happen? That is a lot of waste of energy. So think about all your what if things will happen this way and that way before you are actually be aware of it. Be the observer of that thought and go for it. Like, embrace that you're much more than your thoughts. So this is the rant. It's not a short rant. I can rant for hours. I have a few friends watching me. I really appreciate you all. If you miss something, you haven't missed anything, because it's just me ranting, right? It's just, if I feel inspired, I rant. This is a reminder to myself. So what if, oh my God, what if I rant? What if I make this video and no one appreciates it? What should I do? What should my ego feel? How should my ego feel? My ego wants a lot of heart, right? Likes and heart, but my heart doesn't care. My heart just wants to express. So this is what I wanted to give you tonight. Like, your heart wants to feel good, but it's always feeling good, right? Your heart feels good even when you're sad, because it's allowing you to live in the emotion, to live in present. But your ego, your mind wants acknowledge that you're doing things, that you're really good, that you're doing something good. You wanna, and that can lead to a really negative spiral, right? So I'm telling you, my friends, it's okay to have goals. It's really okay to have goals and achieve things. But remember to stay humble, because your brain is always playing a trick. No, there's nothing called perfection. It doesn't exist. It's just a word invented by human beings as this thing called language, right? But perfection doesn't exist. But you can always improve. But perfection does not exist, my friend. So open your heart, understand, be the observer of your thoughts, and I hope that you can embrace the new you that will appear within you. But it's gonna be a little struggle, my friend, because that's how our brain works. It's gonna struggle. It's gonna think like, oh, you can't listen to Harrison. He's a crazy mother beep. He's so whack. Like, have you seen his video? It's crazy. What if no one likes this video? Should I be sad or should I be happy? That is what if. So this is all for me. I am tired. This is my rant before going to bed. I really appreciate you all. I will come back with more rant, but this is This is the flow for tonight. Take care. Bye bye.